government distributes a few cups of gari to Nigerians as fuel subsidy palliatives in Lagos. This was confirmed by the TIB group, which uploaded a photograph of the food package with the text Badagry West LCDA Fuel Subsidy Palliative Initiative package, adding that the supposed palliative would not end the socioeconomic challenges Nigerians had been facing in recent times. Interesting. I think this is just, what is it? I mean, it just allows for people to talk and gossip because, like, this news does not do anything for Nigerians, of course, and that's the thing because there's a lot of traction, a lot of attention on this news because in its simplest way, it is very triggering to Nigerians who are trying to look for a solution or are looking to the government to provide a solution, and it is literally packaged gari with a plastic or with a sticker on it saying it's palliative, blah, blah, blah. And what a way to trigger Nigerians who have been suffering. And it's like, at this point, they're just harvesting your emotions because justifiably, yes, you should be upset at that. But the immediate thing that these people should be working on is economic fiscal policies because your naira is like the country's economy is not the greatest and you're in debt and then your currency is going down. Don't get me wrong. A lot of countries are in debt. A lot of countries, for example, the UK. Obviously, development is way ahead. But in the simplest form of, they are also going through, they have more of a system. So it might not be a fair argument. But what I'm trying to point out is, with COVID and their palliative scheme, they pumped literally millions and millions, hundreds of millions of pounds. People were at home and were still being paid salaries. There were certain businesses that came billion-dollar accounts, as in they made billions during COVID, right? So it's like, for the economy, for the country, yes, for those businesses now trying to recover and go back to sales how COVID was is impossible. And for the people and for the economy itself, because of how much money they pumped, there's now cost of living crisis. Things are expensive. Transport, like everybody is feeling it. And yes, it's typical stereotype of you working 2-3 jobs. It is not abnormal. It is definitely real. Obviously, we know that there's a system. It just means that it costs more for you to enjoy the simple benefits of basically living a good life. We get it. Even at that, because to be fair, the UK is actually going through it in terms of the economy. But it's not still affecting their currency. Your currency fluctuates up and down. But after 2009, Nigeria has just been going downhill. So I think, if anything, what Tinubu can do, rather than this useless palliative, is there needs to be fiscal policies in place, right? There needs to be, what it should do for Nigerians is the aim to increase their purchasing power, to increase the value of their work, so that Nigerians can earn their money, know how much they're earning, right? And know how much they can get from what they're working for. They don't have to be in the corporate sense. It doesn't have to be like, all the jobs, simple. If you're hawking, if you have a small shop, if you are a bus driver, if you're a conductor, whatever business it is or whatever you do to make money, what he can do for Nigerians is basically to make sure that it increases their purchasing power. And that all goes down to, obviously, a lot more technical stuff that have to do with our production, our economy, our rate of education. It touches on other things. But at the moment, even if you have your money, your naira is very, very useless. I mean, we knew it was, but then going over the 1,000 naira mark for for the dollar and the pound is ridiculous, because what you are now saying is £10,000 is 10 million naira, which is like it just doesn't make sense. So I just see that we're in a cycle of never ever solving our problems. And for those at the grassroots who have manipulated, who have not been exposed to know what is better and what can be expected of their government, would see sharing food, sharing money as a solution, which is not good, because mentally it doesn't, it reinforces the begging culture that we have and so many other things. But for them, if they're satisfied, they're satisfied. And if that is all the government needs to do to calm these people down, then that's it. That's fine. Amidst all this, you now have the whole issue in court with the stolen mandate, APC, Labour Party, issue where they're trying to prove who won and I'm like, we'll see what happens, but I do not have faith that there will be a positive outcome. I also do not have faith that even if, it's highly unlikely that the court or Supreme Court will ever judge that Peter Obi won. If they do that, they will just find a way to be like, you know what? Worst case, Tinubu has already started work. Let him just continue. Listen, you can't trust this country. What do you think? And don't forget to like and subscribe.